What is up, guys? We are back with another video in the Unranked to Unreal series. Gonna be playing solos this game, but it might be the last solo video in this series because we are getting very close to Unreal. Personally, I very much enjoyed playing duo, zero build ranked over solos. I feel like, especially in the higher ranks, there's just not as much action and a lot more potential penalty for any fight just because of how like ratty and third-party centric the game could be. Duos just felt like you play a lot more loose and actually like have an enjoyable experience, but we'll see how this game goes. As always, if you guys do enjoy the video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. I think I'm gonna be going classy. This game is being played the day the TAC AR was added to the game, but I really don't know how much that is going to really impact things for me because I'm not a big fan of that weapon really at all. I like the Warforged a lot more, but also the Warforged is one of my favorite ARs in Fortnite history, probably. Like it's certainly not the most overpowered. That would go to like some other ones like the Red Eye, the Twin Mag, Foundation's MK7, but like just in terms of how much I enjoy using the weapon, I really enjoy my time using the Warforged AR, so I don't expect to really be using the TAC AR too much. One thing I have noticed with it that is like pretty beneficial is that it seems like a majority of them drop with a sight, at least the blue ones. Like I didn't have a hard time finding one with a sight today, and so that is like pretty nice. Just hopped on that guy immediately off the rip because I got an auto shotgun, which isn't a great item, but it's better than not having a shotgun at all for sure. But it's good for a fight like that, and he landed outside and immediately got the barrel, so I really didn't understand what he was attempting to do there, so I was just hoping to like force a fight immediately, kind of flex the fact that I got an auto shotgun off the rip and just get him out of the game quickly before he has a chance to get more loot, get more shield, things of that nature. Like not only is it nice to take him out before he gets going just so it'll be easier, but also we don't have to share loot with him. Looking like the rest of the POI was clear. I didn't hear very many other gliders, if any, when we were landing, but just looking at the other courts, I don't see any chests open over there. And even if there were people landing here that I didn't hear, they should have made it into some of those chests probably by now. I think I may have just seen somebody on the left. Might just be crazy. Also, one of the things I've seen people really talk about with the TAC AR that they appreciate is that it uses light ammo, which is true. If ammo is a concern, like whether it's squads and you're trying to like worry about splitting ammo, sure, but that's not as much of a concern to me in solos, and it's also just not very much a concern to me in the current game because we do have the burst SMG, which also utilizes light ammo, and we do have the water bending mythic, which utilizes no ammo, and is very good as like an AR. So like the fact that it uses light ammo isn't as much of a benefit to it, in my opinion, as it like might have been in like past Fortnite seasons. We can go ahead and take these. Alright, so we got okay-ish loot. Not the greatest, not the worst. We have 2 shocks, 2 bunkers. I think I want to make my way to the NPC at the graveyard and see if I can purchase more shockwaves. Kinda sad we didn't get an AR with a sight on it, although using the burst SMG is fine. And then, you know, perfect world would have been, you know, getting a decent gatekeeper with drum mag off the rip too. So like as far as starts go, this is certainly not bad, but it's not like I'm incredibly happy with this loot either. I want to try to check and see if... Okay, yeah. I was going to just, like, kind of peek and see if there's any obvious signs that this was looted. And there does appear to be some, so we'll just go about our day. I don't really want to venture into those buildings and see if that person is still there ratting. It's like, we just go about our day. But if it was no obvious signs of looting, I might have tried to check that area out and see if we can find some additional bunkers and or shockwaves. This area was looted. The NPC is still alive, though. This is one of the NPCs that you can actually eliminate. I'm concerned that there's somebody camping her. Oh, she doesn't sell shockwaves anymore. That was changed in this update. Okay, then. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. It used to be like this, I think her name is Siri or Clara? I don't remember what her name was. It was something with a C. I prefer shockwaves to airbending. But might be better off with airbending than just 2 shocks. It's like low-key a tough choice to make for me. For some people, it might be a very easy choice because they like very much enjoy the airbending, but I am not one of those people. I'm not a fan of it. It definitely, I have a much higher opinion of it in ranked though than I do in pubs. In pubs, I just always do shockwaves, and the airbending is good in pubs as well, but like with the chaotic nature of some of these end games, you can make you can kind of exist with the airbending in ways that like maybe don't work as well in pubs just because there's not as many people left alive. But when you have an end game with like, you know, 10 people just all airbending, that's kind of a stretch, but you know, several people just airbending, there's like a lot going on and it's less likely that you're just gonna get focused. But in like a straight up 1v1, it's not my preferred weapon. See what this guy's gonna do. We can go on this. So when they use the airbending, it goes on cooldown afterwards. I'll take it now. But it goes on cooldown after you get out of it. So I was like very surprised that that person exited the airbending. Thought maybe I can get some shots on him if we're lucky we get the kill. But they just like exited the airbending right there. And like I have to invest a shock to get the kill, but we get the kill. See what's in this vending. Purple auto. Purple gatekeeper would have been appreciated. Shield bubbles in there, bandages. Perfect. I was looking for heals to throw near this bunker because this bunker isn't going to be in zone, but it's going to be close to being in zone. Oh, there's chug splash on its body too. Actually, it's probably from the NPC. I don't like this. I was hoping to just get this bunker alone and then we have our banana to regen white afterwards. This guy is a scanner AI, I believe. I saw like the scan effect. He might just be hanging out waiting for it to scan me. He got out of his car. He got in again. I don't know where he went. Oh, it's not even in zone. I'm like actually dumb. Everything I was just worried about is like not a problem. For some reason, I thought the bunker was barely not in zone. And so that's why I was checking that house to see if we could have any whites. That way I could just throw it there and then like guaranteed get it. Obviously, there's decent chance for it to drop whites as well. This isn't good for me. There's somebody on the bunker. They went in. The reason why this isn't good is because that fight's happening there. Someone just went into the bunker which isn't ideal. And then also... he's like right by the gold. That didn't go my way. I didn't want to like get into a hard fight with that player because like decent chance we get third partied by the people that were just fighting outside. He's just beaming me. And I just want to go somewhere, be alone, and heal real quick. I don't know if that guy's chasing me. He shouldn't want to chase too badly because he gets the bunker now. But I was hoping just to kill him, get the bunker. But also I didn't want to like expend too much killing him. That's why I left early. I maybe could have stayed down there and got that kill. I don't know how loaded my shotgun is. There's one more shot. I hit him like 80, I think. Yeah, the start of that fight was not great for me at all. But like I still maybe could have gotten that kill there. But I thought there was a decent chance we got third partied anyways because there was 2 people fighting outside earlier. And to me, it seemed like one person left that fight with airbending. And so the person that like was still there, probably just one that like was winning that fight. That kill gets away. They hear fighting in a bunker. I think they're like very inclined to third party that. I wanted to buy 3, but it's whatever. There's somebody in this vault, I think. Oh, no, they're outside the vault. I was worried they were just like camping the vending machine. We got very blessed that it was a heal vending there. See what this guy's gonna do. He steals the car. Again, I think we just let him. I could maybe force that fight and then come out on top. But like 24 damage isn't really an amount of damage that I'm excited to fight with, you know? Like I'm not like, let's go, we're hard winning this. And also we're in an area where like we're decently likely to get third partied. And that's like, that's what I was saying, like I think solo plays out so much slower in ranked because of that. Like any fight, the potential for third parties is so high when you have, I mean, 24 people in this zone is not a lot. This is not a stacked game, but it's still like enough where there's 24 individual like people, and so they could be anywhere and decently likely to third party. With like the team game modes, this was duos, it'd be like 12 teams now, so they're like probably not as spread out on the map, and so it's not as much just like constant potential third parties to be worried about. I think that's like one of the differences. I'm surprised that guy didn't bite me though. I was expecting that fight to take place. Like I thought he was gonna get out after he got driver's seat, but he just like kept taking the fight. Somebody has all the medallions. There's a bunker here. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do here. Part of me wants to try to use this bunker, but I again, like we were just talking about, the rattiness of the game makes me kind of question whether or not it's worth to do that, because there could just be somebody hiding in here. The chests are unopened. We'll go for it. But even then, if someone wanted to be like very ratty and camp this vault, they would just like leave the chest unopened and then play to get a free kill on somebody coming in not suspecting anything. This is a public match, I'd get that gold right now, but I think I'm just gonna get out. Unlooted chests in these buildings. Again, it's probably pretty safe to assume that they're not opened, or that there's nobody camping this, since there was nobody camping the vault. But I do not think the risk is worth, so I'm probably not gonna loot all of this. I think I am gonna take the car even though I have airbending, just so my airbending is more likely to be like ready to use. Like if I'm airbending around and get shot and have to use cover, then my airbender is on cooldown. Whereas like if my car gets beamed, I can get out and use the airbender. Car does like more readily advertise my location, but here's what it is. I'm trying to see what's through that window. Okay, it's a green shotgun, green weapon. The only thing I would really want at this point is bunkers. If we could get another bunker, that would be great. But we only need one. It's not like I'm desperate. Not sure how much of like an end game this match will actually have because it is quite dead. Aphrodite AI. There's someone here though. No man, the hired AI is so good at popping tires. It's actually annoying. They got aimbot for it. But I know there is somebody there for a fact because they had that scanner AI. She's not supposed to be there. Like I talked about many times in this series, risk reward on this engage is probably not worth. Every time we fight, we're making ourselves a potential target for third parties. And so if that guy airbending was like coming right at me and then we got like 150 damage on him and I was able to like easily follow that up with a shotgun shot, we get that kill, awesome. But I'm not going to be like very adamant about pursuing that kill. You saw like the brief time I was there, we're getting third partied by somebody with water bending on the train. And there's just like the water bending and snipers and DMRs and even just like the Warforged AR. A decent player will do so much damage to you in a very short time span. So just like a moment of getting caught off guard is like potentially GG's. And that's why I'm like always so worried about third parties almost more than anything else in these games. And that's why personally I don't enjoy solo ranked very much. I feel like it's just don't get third party simulator. You saw somebody on the edge of the map there by the water just water bending. And we can maybe look for damage on this person. Okay, no, I don't think I'll get any. If I do, it won't be a lot. Like, my ability to beam the airbender people, I feel like is very much dependent on, like, the angle they're coming at me with. When they're, like, driving right at me, kind of close to medium range, I feel like it's very possible to beam them. We can check if there's somebody in the passenger seat of this car. Okay, no. This guy is chasing. Off no damage. Love that. Maybe it was a different guy, actually. I think it was like a black superhero skin in that hut. Shotgun shots going down. Usually if people are fighting with shotguns, the winner of that fight is not going to be very healthy. I don't want to be here, but like the fact that we can recycle this bunker is kind of nice. Wish there was one like deeper in zone. Also, it's kind of facing the wrong way. This is where I would much rather have shockwaves than the airbender. Because if somebody like runs up on me and we want to get out of here quick, the airbender can get you out of there quick, but it's just not as immediate as shockwaves. And like earlier this match, we almost got beamed. Airbendering away from somebody because they had waterbender. And I do have to be very careful here, I think, because anybody who shambles in this zone is probably going to want to do the same thing I'm doing and recycle this bunker. Got scanned, probably. I don't know if it like doesn't give you an indicator when you get scanned anymore or what. But I've had instances where I feel like I should definitely be scanned and I don't have an indicator on me. So I'm like, Fortnite is a very confusing game to play. I'm going to mark zone. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to just airbender away. This is not a great spot to be, but it is what it is. I think that guy got up on that mountain. I wish I didn't accidentally waste that bunker. I tried to like swap to my airbending. I feel like I can't really use the top side of this bunker because of that hill and like because of both hills. Not that worried about killing that guy. I just want to get some damage on him so he's less likely to push me. That guy looks like he got that kill for free. Zone pulls back. We'll see if this guy does anything. I would kind of wish I was looking more at that. Because he might have got that kill for free. He might not have. But I only heard like one shotgun getting shot, I thought. But they might have both had autos. Guy's very weak. He gets he heals, so I think I could maybe push him, but then we just get like chain third party potentially. Like couldn't hit him at all. He's dead in storm. That's kind of what I was hoping. I was hoping to just get another tag on him and he'd die in storm. It probably wasn't worth taking 50 white health. I didn't realize storm was already hitting that hard. Can I loot in this? Can. Oh no, I thought I was in storm right there. Where it's dead. Dude, I thought I was in safe area on the edge of that mountain and I was gonna pop heals. That's unfortunate. But that's why I don't like the airbender, kind of. Because like shockwaves there, if I make a bad play with my shockwaves and I have more, we can kind of do something with that. But airbender, it's like, oh, I just used my mobility and I made a mistake judging where zone was, then my game is now over. But that is going to be it for game one. That was a very easy lobby, I feel like. That person who killed me, I think, was the same person that was in the vault earlier. But like, these first two people were not great. And even then, I feel like just I did a lot of things wrong. We are back in what should be the second game of this video. Why is this guy griefing my intro? Leave me be, sir. Don't really know where I want to go because we went classy last game. I would like to go pleasant, but it's mad far away and I'm like terrible at landing, so yeah. And fencing, I don't really want to go to. I like fencing. It's probably my favorite spot to land this season for pubs, but I feel like early game there can be like very just not it sometimes. So yeah. I think I'm going to try to stretch for pleasant, but I'm like bad at far landings. The reason why I do this, people have asked on certain videos, like, why are you spamming your glider? It's to get distance without losing altitude. But like I said, I'm bad at far landings, so like really don't take advice when it comes to that. Most of the time I play the game in pubs, I just like kind of hot drop or land in one of the first places. So it's like I don't really think that much about landing usually. Where it's like, obviously this is a bit different. Okay, yeah, I don't think my drop is great here. But I think this guy's drop is too low for tower, so we might be chilling. He might have like a perfect drop for it, but it didn't look like that to me. Got a pump. Not a bad weapon. It's certainly better than having no shotgun at all, but having it as your only weapon is a bit questionable at times. Luckily, we got the Gatekeeper shotgun. The shotgun I'd much rather have. We do have the tac AR. I'm not a fan of this weapon really at all. I think its main point of value is just easy to use because it has low recoil, but like the fact that it's not great damage or DPS makes it more difficult to use in my opinion. So I feel like it's maybe ideal for people who just aren't very good at controlling recoil. Like they can maybe get more value out of that than they would a Warforged or Nemesis. Even though Nemesis I don't think it has very much recoil. Or people that just have ridiculous aim and hit only headshots. I feel like those are the people that are like best suited to take advantage of the tac AR. He's got a banana going. We hit him white, but he probably gets a lot of that back. Hey, GG's. What I think would be interesting, I kind of wanted to say this, but like that fight happened. So my main thing I don't like about the tac AR is just like the lack of DPS and then the bullet velocity on it, like the bullet travel time and how much I had to lead, just did not feel great to me. And I don't have a hard time controlling the recoil of the Warforged AR, so I'm not really someone that's like looking for a low recoil weapon. But I think it'd be interesting if they made the bullet velocity on it very fast, like maybe like almost hit scan. And then that way you'd have like a low recoil, fast bullet travel speed weapon, but not great DPS. And I feel like that would make it like interesting to use. But as it is right now, like just the low recoil doesn't overcome the like poor bullet velocity or my interpretation of poor bullet velocity. It might be the same, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I had to lead shots more when using it than the Warforged typically. Oh shoot, I wonder if there's any bunkers. I like wasn't keeping an eye out for them. There's bubbles at least. So we killed that guy. I believe that was the only player that landed here. We obviously have to worry about other players kind of rotating in because a decent amount of time has passed. You get this fizz. I hear an avatar item, and I'd very much like to have it. Waterbending, we'll take that. Use it as like a pseudo sniper for now. But I was hoping it would be airbending. I would rather have shockwaves than airbending, but like as you saw last game, like times where I just don't get enough shockwaves, like the airbending is very nice because you can use it without ever considering like is it worth using here. Regens over time. End game it's like very good with how chaotic things can be. This is rough too because like I don't enjoy using the Gatekeeper or the Warforged AR with no sight on it. It's not good in my opinion. But Gatekeeper waterbending is a bit scuffed to pull off sometimes. Any like close range fight where I'm having to swap to the waterbending is questionable. If I had drum mag, I'd be like very happy to have these two items. That's fine. But we don't have the drum mag Gatekeeper. Luckily, we do have a blue one. Very acceptable rarity. And like I've talked about many times in these videos, I would rather just not even worry about the mod bench. Like, I would love to have attachments, don't get me wrong. But, like, I do not enjoy fighting in the bunkers, especially when, like, with how ratty ranked can be. I don't like being down in there or, like, going down in there when there's somebody there hiding. but also like trying to get out of there can be a hassle sometimes as well. So like I would rather not go to the mod bench. Like in an ideal world, I would get a gatekeeper shotgun with drum mag and like an AR with a sight on it off the rip, and then we would just be good and not have to worry about it. That obviously is not going to happen all the time. But if I am not going to be able to make use of attachments, I would rather use the water bending than the Warforged AR. As a medium to long range weapon, it just gets more... It's rough up close. But I'm just hoping to not get into like a scuffed close range fight. Somebody eliminating the radio tower boss, we can maybe go and try to do something about that, but I think they definitely get that done by the time I get there. If we were a little bit faster to get to this car and we're like maybe halfway here by the time you started fighting them, then maybe. But I feel like this is going to be a weird stalemate where he's up there and I'm down here and we don't have good timing, so I'm just going to leave. If it took him a little longer to put the card in and we maybe could have gotten like up to the thing before he got in there, then we could just look down on him with waterbender and beam him. And then go get some dashes. I have like exceptionally good loot outside of not having a drum mag gatekeeper. If we get a drum mag gatekeeper at some point, I'm very happy. Because waterbending, I think, gets the job done. We have 6 shocks, 4 bunkers. But like, I honestly just want to play for endgame as much as possible here. So that we can like utilize the fact that I got good RNG and got bunkers. I had a Grim Gate. I could again go to that, but I think it's already done and dusted by the time I get there. And that fighting in that area irritates me. I do it all the time in pubs because it's pubs and I just, if we die, who cares? But the nature of making these videos and making each game a video, just want to play more risk averse. And just dealing with infinite spamming dashes in the water over there is like not an enjoyable experience. In my opinion. Right now I'm just kind of driving around seeing if we can find any additional loot. Not that I really need it. Oh, this lady sells shockwaves, right? Okay, they moved her to here. Last game we saw her not be there, but now we found out where she is. That's interesting. That's really good to know, though, because I enjoy landing out there. And pubs, I don't know if I'd ever want to go from Pleasant to here, though. It's just like, I'd rather just, like, go Grim Gate and then maybe die because I don't have shockwave. But for ranked, that's definitely good to know. If I do land there. No bunkers near me. This area was looted. But anyways, like I said, I was just kind of driving around looking to see if I can find some more loot. Maybe like any like random people out here that we could get an isolated fight on. I feel like if I encounter anybody here, it's probably just me and them, and we can fight without worrying about immediately getting third-partied. Grim Gate Medallion is still over there. That's actually very surprising. Oh, that's because that fight has been going on for that long. That is why. Now we're getting into areas where, like, if I fight, I expect to be third-partied, especially with this being one of the only bunkers. I kind of wanted to just come here and see if things were going down and if we could, like, maybe be the third party ourselves. Doesn't sound like it. I did see a car driving up there. And, like, this stuff out here, I don't even know if I want to go over there. Like that's like a ratty area. Maybe check this house. Get this new G-Wagon. Alright, there's an unlooted chest and ammo next to a weapon. This wall was broken though. And that is why I never want to go for loot. I should have noticed as soon as that wall was broken that there was somebody there. I don't know what I was thinking. I think there was an extra G-Wagon over here. What the hell? For some reason I thought I used all my fizz. But yeah, as soon as I saw that wall broken, I should have known like there's somebody camping. I don't know. Like my brain just doesn't work when recording these videos. Like there's just so much going on. But I was about to say, there's a chest and ammo next to a gun. So if somebody's camping this, they're doing a decent job of hiding it. But like them breaking that wall should have made it very obvious. I was about to say this wall being broken is sus and then we get shot. I thought they were maybe sitting in the bathroom. That's an NPC. I'm dumb. Oh, you are making noise and you do not need to be. Nice, we got drum mag. I don't know if this NPC was here all season. I feel like this guy recently moved here or something, like that other lady recently moved there. I remember making a video on where you could get purple gatekeepers before. Wish I'd known that sooner. Not that it would have mattered this game, but like it could have. Like imagine I ended up biting that guy and then dying because I only had 3 rounds and swapped to the water bending. That would have been very sad. And I'm just chilling out on edge and seeing if anyone is going to come through here. Again, I feel like if there's any bites I have here, like with somebody coming on this backside, someone's going to comment the timestamp for that one. But any fights I have out here, I think will be somewhat isolated. Obviously, there is that hill, but it's hard for somebody to use that hill. Like, their back is very exposed. This person has a Grim Gate Medallion. We only have 1 more dash. Actually, I have no more dashes. I thought I had 1 more. But I feel like that interaction with the person at the house just shows exactly why, like, I don't want to interact with people. Or, like, why I'm so worried about, like, doing anything in these solo matches, because people are extra. And even if I fight that guy in the house and kill him, it's just like a weird, like I feel like it's a very like 50-50 fight. It's just, he's hiding. Even if I see like get like somewhat okay timing to start that fight, like I don't think it's a fight that I win cleanly, and then other people in the area probably third party. A shield crack, but I don't think I could do much with that. Like obviously if I use all my shockwaves to taste him, he just gets away anyways. And I think I'm very lucky that 1, that guy didn't chase me in that house, but 2, that there wasn't just other people hiding in that area that I ran into. Because if there'd been somebody camping by that tunnel too, then it's like GG's. Just run into them while fizzing with no shield. Marking that car to see if there's anybody in it. If somebody's camping in the passenger seat or back seat of a car, it won't let you mark it. Like when you try to mark it, it just won't mark the vehicle. Like how you see like it has G-Wagon, like the logo. That won't be there. It'll just like put your ping on the car. I don't think that's a good angle. If he's coming right at me, like the time, I feel like mid-range when someone's coming right at you with the waterbend or airbender is when it's like most like ideal to potentially fry them. I do have to be somewhat careful not having one of those because I feel like end games a lot of times right now just be like, especially in solos, become a lot of people just using that. And if you're not using it, like you can maybe get a bunch of kills, but also like I feel like you kind of become the focal point for the lobby because everyone else is like, okay, the airbender I'm not gonna hit. And so if you're making noise and making stuff happen and you're not just airbending, like I feel like you get targeted. That guy gets away. Or maybe start beaming him, but I don't think anything comes of that unless he's incredibly weak. And I don't want him to want to grief me. I think I'm just gonna wait for his zone to start moving and then late rotate in. Is that in? No. Further down that mountain will be though. But this is where the game starts to become the game, I feel like. We can maybe use a bunker on this zone, but I'd prefer not to. Again, I can maybe shoot that guy, but like what do I really get out of that? Maybe like 40-ish damage if I get lucky, and then him being ahead of me and wanting to hold me. And anybody else in this area knowing like, hey, that guy's paying attention to something. Maybe let's get timing. I'm kind of earlier than I want to be. Just fighting maybe? This guy might be weak. I think he was getting shot. I don't think he's weak. I gotta pay more attention to Snooty's side. That guy stealing my car is not ideal because I feel like I have to use bunkers earlier than I would have otherwise now. Like I maybe could have gotten through the zone without bunkering. I wish I still had Fizz. If I had Fizz still, instead of Biggs, we could like Fizz chalk onto them. Wish my ping wasn't there. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say this guy may or may not hold me. I wasn't sure if it was good to go early or not because like I think I could get in without getting focused by the other side, but if I wait late and then the rest of the map is like coming this way, then I think it's like very guaranteed that we get focused. That's why I wanted to early rotate rather than late rotating, because I know that this side of zone isn't very populated because it's like only that guy that was up there. I'm just gonna shock in and then bunker. But I thought this guy was the only one on that mountain because if he wasn't, he would have had a harder time like playing the game. When I was like watering him earlier. Well, that's her. Hopefully it is her. Not ideal. I wanted to kill her and then go back to that old bunker, but that other person took it in that time, and now we just used more shockwaves than I would have liked. But I wasn't sure it was the same person, but I thought it was because of the skin. And with her moving down there, I thought I could just go to her old bunker and then get beams on her and kill her. And we did that. But I used more shocks than I would have liked. 5 opponents remain. I had to use an extra shock because that guy took that bunker. Again, I maybe could have 50-50'd him. It might have been better too, just because we are isolated. I think he'll get in the car and then rotate ahead of me. Did she have water bending down there? I should have checked for that. And probably, or not water bending, air bending. This is not good. This looks like fire bending. Into water. Zone pulled so far, man. I think I'm dead here. I had to use more bunkers than I would have liked. I have no mobility. This guy's rotating ahead, luckily. But I just have like no tools to make plays, not having mobility. Wish I had a banana, low-key, for kill off. Okay, play Storm a little bit. We can maybe just grief this guy. You wanna fizz again? I'm gonna try to get to his bridge. That guy dropped down. No, where's my shotgun? We might just get hopped on because I'm the only bunker. Nice. That was such a bad game, man. That was almost bad. I don't know why my shotgun dropped. I was trying to drop the fizz for the airbending. I wanted to drop my big pot for it. I would have liked to have the fizz, but like the way the inventory was, I just wanted to have the airbending in that final slot because that's where I'm used to my mobility being. It was such a just weird game. 11%. But yeah, that was cringe. It was almost bad. Luckily, there was an airbending in a bunker on that body. When I had no mobility, when I was coming up that hill, I had no mobility and no bunkers. I felt like I had no tools to like make a play and make the game happen and do that safely. So I felt like I was just very reliant on them fighting. And that was not good. Luckily, it played out in my favor because the PlayStation skin kind of grief. But yeah, here, I'll show you guys. 1 second. Like right here, getting this kill, I think I should have just like checked her body for airbending more. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like very much wanting to get this kill and then get out. I noticed that this Desert Dawn lyric, I think that's the name of the skin. I noticed it was the same skin from before, so I thought if I killed her, I'd have this side of zone to myself. And we get it. Very good initiation. But she ends up buying some time. Okay, yeah, she didn't have water bending, but I should have checked. Like, this moment, I should have been thinking, does this person have water bending? Even if I don't want to use it there, just so I know for later, you know? And then I wanted to get back to this bunker. I wanted to get that kill quickly and then just get back to this bunker because I thought this was the ideal spot to be. This guy takes it. That's not ideal. I end up having to use more shockwaves than I liked. I maybe should have just chilled down at that bottom part because, like, I know that bottom part is relatively safe because I just fought there and killed that lady, whereas, like, I shockwaves up into, like, an unknown. So okay, end up shockwaving back to my thing, and now we've used more shocks than I would have liked. I felt like I couldn't do anything from this bunker because of that other bunker there. This isn't good. I felt like I had to bunker just to, like, buy time for zone to move. If I have fizz here, if I took that fizz off that body, I think it would have been chilling. Because I could have fizzed up this mountain, and then we would have been in an incredible spot to just bunker and hold the lobby, right? And I see this here. I go for it. I'm hoping it's airbending. It's not. And this guy I wanted to kill here, but he airbend jumps away. If I, like, sit here and start focusing him, look at how exposed we are to the rest of the lobby. Like, even though, like, in replay, you can see where these people are. And people have asked me to make videos, like, analyzing replays. But the thing is, like, replays, you have perfect information. And it makes it very easy to look and see what a good play is when you have perfect information and it's paused. But in, like, the heat of the moment, you don't have that, right? So, like, I don't want to be over concerned about fighting this guy here because I'm so exposed while doing so. And I think I ended up just bunkering. I should have bunkered way sooner and tried to kill this. I didn't realize I was basically in zone. Like, in the heat of the moment, I thought I had to go deeper into zone. But if I just bunkered there, that's a kill. Like, look at how much more time I would have had. I end up having to bunker anyways because I think I'm about to die. And so it doesn't matter. But that I think if I do that differently, we get another kill or two in this game, probably. Like, I think we would have been fine to just bunker there and then play off it and get kills. Not playing on top of it, but playing off the side of it. Dang, he's hella weak there. Right here is where I was saying I feel like I have no tools to make plays. Everything is, like, reliant on other people. Because if I just run up and fight that guy, this guy third parties. If I try to run up on that guy, this guy shoots us in the back. So I'm back a zone with no, like, tools to make plays is really bad. And then I feel like I just have to do something because I'm going to die to zone otherwise. Everyone keeps airbender jumping away from me. I wanted to just kind of chill here. I think my aim here is trash. Yeah, we could have, like, hit shots. That would have been nice. I see these bunkers and airbender. I wanted airbender in slot 5. I ended up dropping my shotgun for it. And look at that, almost costing us a game. If I just conveniently get what I would have wanted here, we're no damage. And, like, this guy's a free kill. Like, I would have just had all the time in the world to shoot at him. Maybe would have died, though, because that guy airbender jumps on me. And then I airbender jump away. We just bunker, heal. I maybe could have been more greedy with kills, but I just wanted to heal here and, like, play the 1v1. At this point in the game, no matter what I do, it's not going to be a game that I'm happy with. It's not going to be, like, a game that's, like, high kills. Even if I kill both the people there, we have 4 kills instead of 3. Either way, it's a low kill game, so I just wanted to play safe, let them fight it out, and then third party. And not only third party, but they're, like, in storm having to come to me. So that's GG's. I think his airbender would have been on cooldown, too. Like, the actual use of it, I think he just got done using it. But, still win that game, but like I've talked about many times, you can play bad and still win. I feel like I played very bad that game, and we ended up winning just because of kind of getting lucky and finding the bunker and airbender. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it interesting, informative, helpful. As always, if you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.